Hi guys, it's Stacy with Handmade by Stacy J. Today I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to create this wonderful, squishy, lovely, wonderful, easy baby blanket. This is the Spring Ripples baby blanket that I've created. It uses 2 strands of yarn, so it works up really quick. It's got a great ripple effect to it. And then there's popcorns that have these just wonderful little pops of color, and they only use 1 color instead of 2. I'll walk you through the steps in this video on how to create those popcorns when you're using these 2 strands, how to do the beginning, and how to create the border. It's a very simple border. This is a very quick project. I was able to work this up in about 10 hours, and that was with writing the pattern. So it's a pretty quick pattern to work with. If you are interested in seeing the written directions, I do have them on my website, and you can also purchase an ad-free PDF. So let's go ahead and get started on your own Spring Ripples baby blanket. To start with the blanket, you're going to need some supplies. I have DK weight yarn here. These were left over from the blanket that I made. And then these are 2 of the main color. You're going to be working this with 2 strands together at all times. And we'll start with 2 of the main color, and then we start working with 1 strand of the main, 1 of a contrasting, 1 of a main, 1 of a contrasting, and so forth. The yarn that I have is the 100-gram bonus DK by Hayfield. This is one that I can order, or you can order, from Love Crafts. You can get this worldwide, so that's what's lovely about this. And when I washed it, it was super soft. So I will have an affiliate link below so that if you would like to order some of this yarn, you can. I'm also using a size I 9 or a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. This is my tulip hook. I do not have an affiliate link for this one, but I do like the hook. You'll also need some scissors, and you'll need a tapestry needle just for weaving in your ends. So let's go ahead and get started. This pattern is worked in increments of 14 plus 2. So for this example, I'm going to be chaining 44, so that way we're doing 3 increments of the 14 plus the 2 for the base chain. And we'll begin that by taking our 2 strands of yarn, making our slip knot, and chaining 44. And I will meet you at the end of this chain. I've come up to the end of my chain, and you'll notice that it is kind of large, especially for 44 chains. And you'll find that it ends up measuring about 13 inches, so that's pretty good size. But this will be great for a sample, so let's go and get started with row 1, and I'll show you how to move forward with this. For row 1, we're going to begin by skipping the first 2 chains, and in the 3rd chain from the hook, we're going to work 2 double crochets. So we'll skip this one, and in this 3rd chain, 2 double crochets. So 1 and 2. Then we're going to begin our pattern repeat, where we're going to do 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 chains. So 1, 2, 3. Then over the next 3 chains, we're going to work a double crochet 3 together. So we're going to yarn over and insert our hook in that next chain, draw up a loop, yarn over and draw through 2. Don't finish that stitch because we're going to work over the next one as well. So yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2. Now you'll have 3 loops. Now yarn over, insert your hook in the next chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2. Now you'll have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, draw through all 4. And then you're going to do that 1 more time. So yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, and then yarn over, insert hook, draw up a loop, draw through 2. When you have 4 loops, yarn over, draw through all 4. You'll notice it's when it starts getting a little bit wonky to work with because you're starting to get that ripple effect going on here. So for the next step, we're going to do 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 chains. So yarn over, and double crochet. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Then for the next step, in this next chain, we're going to work 3 double crochets. 3 doubles. That's 1, 2, 3. Then in the next chain, you're going to also work 3 doubles. 1, 2, 3. Now that's the end of the pattern repeat. And you can see how you're starting to get a little bit of that ripply edge. So let's do this again. So we're going to do 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 chains. So 1, 2, 3. Then over the next 3, we're going to work a double crochet 3 together. And then in the last chain, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, draw through all 4. Then we'll do 1 more double crochet 3 together over these next 3 chains. You'll be amazed at how quick this actually does work up. Once you get going on it with a groove, it's super quick. Okay, now we're going to work a double crochet over the next 3. So 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. And in the next chain, you'll work 3 double crochets in the same chain. 1, 2, oops, 3. And then you're going to work 3 in the next one as well. So 3 doubles. 1, 2, 3. The end of that repeat. Now we're going to do our final one. So 1 double crochet in each of the next 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll work a double crochet 3 together over the next 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. Draw through all 4 of those loops. And then we're going to work a double crochet 3 together in the next 3. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, draw through all 4 loops. Okay, now we're going to double crochet in the next 3 chains, and then you should have 1 left. So 1, 2, 3, and in your final chain, you're going to do 3 double crochets in it. 1, 2, and 3. And this is how yours should be looking. And if you're making the blanket, it'll obviously be quite a bit larger. But this is a good start for it, right? So let's go ahead and get started on row 2. For row 2, we're going to begin by chaining 3. 1, 2, 3. Then in this stitch right here, which is your same stitch, you're going to make 2 double crochets. So 1 and 2. Then we're going to begin our pattern repeat, which is 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. 2, 3. After you do that, you're going to work the double crochet 3 together over the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3 all together. And then you're going to work double crochet 3 together over the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. After you do that, you're going to double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. Then in the next one, you'll work 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. After you've done that, you'll work 3 double crochets in the next stitch. 1, 2, 3. And that is the end of your pattern repeat. It's actually very, very simple. And with this being what's considered your wrong side, this is the row you're going to repeat for every wrong side that you do throughout the pattern. So let's do this one more time. We'll begin by 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, then double crochet 3 together. 1, 2, 3, put it all together, and then double crochet 3 together one more time. And after you've done your double crochet 3 together, you'll double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Then you'll work 3 double crochets in this stitch and 3 double crochets in the next. 1, 2, 3. Then 3 double crochets in that next one. 1, 2, and 3. That's the final repeat. Now we're going to do our, I'm sorry, not the final repeat. That's the last one I'm doing to be able to get to the point where I'm showing you how to end the last repeat. So let's do 3 double crochets. So one double crochet over the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Then we'll double crochet 3 together over the next 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 1, and now another double crochet 3 together. 1, 2, 3. All right, now to end this, we're going to do 1 double crochet in each of the next 3. 1, 2, 3, and then you'll work 3 double crochets in your turning chain. So right here, work 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now, when you get to this point, you're going to cut just one strand of the yarn, and you're going to join your color A. But this is what you should look like now. And you see how quickly this really does work up. And it is quite dense, but it's also very squishy. And I think it's lovely. So go ahead and cut one of your strands and then join your color A, or just a different contrast color. And I will see you for row 3. For row 3, I'm going to be using the color purple as my new color to add in with my main color. And I'm doing that so that it's a nice contrasting yarn so that you can see what I'm doing. And on this row, we're also going to begin using the popcorns, but we're going to do them just a little bit differently than you would think in a pattern. So to join the colored yarn, you can do your preferred way, but when I'm doing it for this afghan, I do a pretty simple way where I simply just hold it with my other yarns and loop it through. And yeah, there's 3 strands on that one, but it's okay because it's really not that big of a difference. And then I go through and just kind of clean it up, separate it a little bit, you know, get them to where the working yarns are playing nice together. So here we go, and then I'm just going to move that off to the side, and then we're going to chain 2 more. So you want a total of 3 chains. So we have 3 chains, and then we're going to do 2 double crochets in the same stitch, just as last row. So 1 and 2. After you do that, we're going to begin the pattern repeat. So we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to do a popcorn in the following one. And the way that we're doing the popcorn is that we're going to drop this main color, and we're going to work only with the purple. And you can either choose to move this yarn so that it's not overlapping. Honestly, when you look at the back of this, it doesn't really matter, so I just kind of let it loop over a little bit. I don't think it's a big deal, but it is your personal preference. So working with just your contrasting color, you'll work a popcorn in this next stitch. When you do the popcorn, you'll work 5 double crochets in that same stitch. 2, 3, 4, and 5. After you have those 5 double crochets, go back to your beginning one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's also the one that has a little bit of your colored, or your 2 colors in there. You're going to grab where your main color loop is. And you'll also grab this other one on the back, and you'll loop over or yarn over and pull them through. Now sometimes with a popcorn you'll close with a chain 1. I do not do a chain 1 in this blanket because then it leaves you a gap, and when I'm doing anything for babies I try to avoid any kind of gaps or holes where their fingers can get snagged. And then for the next stitch you're going to work a double crochet. And usually when I work the next one I give that popcorn just a little bit of more of a pop. Now you'll work the double crochet 3 together over the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. And then we'll do double crochet 3 together over the next 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to work 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Then we're going to work the popcorn again. So we're going to drop that main color. And see here, it's a little bit too twisted for my liking, so I'm just going to do a quick little change of the yarn. There we go. 1 loop I don't mind. I don't want to twist it too much though. So let's work a popcorn in the next one, in the next stitch. So 5 double crochets. 1, 3, 4, 5. Then we go to that first double crochet, insert your hook from front to back into that loop, and then grab your main color, pull them both through. And you'll notice that when we do this, it's kind of like our last row where, remember, we would do the double crochet over 3 stitches. Well, this popcorn is being that middle double crochet, so that might be a good way to remember it. And then if you flip it over, you can see that you don't really notice if the yarn loops over or not. So let's continue this with 1 double crochet using both strands in the next stitch. Give that a little pop. Then we're going to work 3 double crochets in the next stitch. So 1, 2, and 3. Then we'll work 3 double crochets in the next stitch. 1, 2, and 3. That's the end of your pattern repeat. This is what you should have so far. And the main reason why I dropped the main color over the popcorns is because I like how the popcorns themselves pop out just a little bit more, being that they're the one solid color. Because the idea of the main color mixed with the contrasting color is that it's a little bit more subdued. But I like the boldness of these. And it's not like really in your face boldness, it's just kind of a nice extra little pop of color. So let's do this again. Now to get ready for the next repeat, we're going to work 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Then we're going to get our contrasting color yarn, and we're going to work a popcorn in the next stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to insert our hook, grab up that loop, grab our main color, pull them both through, and then work 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Now we're going to do a double crochet 3 together. So 1, 2, 3, and then another double crochet 3 together. 1, 2, 3. After you've done that, work 1 double crochet, drop that main yarn, grab your contrast yarn, and make your popcorn. So that's 1. And sometimes I'll just grab that main color and give it a slight little tug just so it gets a little bit out of the way. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to finish this popcorn. Grab both strands, pull it through, and work a double crochet in the next one. Now we'll work 3 double crochets in the next stitch. 2, 3, and then in the next stitch we'll also work 3 double crochets. Now we begin our final repeat. This takes us up to the end. So 1 double crochet in the next stitch, then grab your contrasting color, and create a popcorn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll close this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull that in and do a double crochet in the next stitch. Then we're going to work double crochet 3 together. 1, 2, 3, and we'll work one more double crochet 3 together. 1, 2, 3. After you do that, you're going to do one double crochet in each of the one double crochet in the next stitch, and then one popcorn in the following. I just love popcorns. I think they make things so happy, and I love the texture. 3, 4, 5. And you close this guy up and do one double crochet in that stitch. All right, and then in the turning chain, we're going to do 3 double crochets. So, 1. Actually, let me show you a trick that I like to do. I'm not a fan of the gaps that are created, so sometimes I'll go down one more chain, so it's in the second chain of your turning chain, and I'll work my 3 double crochets there. So this is the end of row 3, and you can see our little popcorns are popping on up, and now we're ready to begin row 4. For row 3 and all wrong side rows, you're going to begin by chaining 3, and that chain 3 will count as a double crochet. Then in the same stitch, you're going to work 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Then we're going to begin the pattern repeat, and for that you're going to work 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to work a double crochet 3 together. And one thing to remember when you do the double crochet 3 togethers is that it should always end, your first one should always end pretty much in the center of your ripple where it's pointing down. It should be right in the center of that. That's how you can always check to make sure you're on the right track. So we're doing a double crochet 3 together. 2 and 3. We'll close that one up, and then we're going to double crochet 3 together over the next one, or the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. Then double crochet, 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to work 3 double crochets in the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 double crochets in the next one. 1, 2, and 3. And then that's it for the pattern repeat. Now you see it's really starting to come together with the colors. So let's do it again. All right, so 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Then double crochet 3 together. 1, 2, 3. Then we'll double crochet 3 together one more time. 1, 2, 3, and then 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 double crochet in the next one. 1, 2, 3, and 3 double crochets in the next stitch. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do 1 double crochet in each of the next 3. This is going to be our final repeat to get us to the end. So 1, 2, 3, then we're going to double crochet 3 together. 1, 2, 3. Then we'll double crochet 3 together one more time. 1, 2, 3. Then we'll end by doing 1 double crochet in each of the next 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then we will end by doing 3 double crochets in the turning chain. So 1, 2, and 3. Then we're at the end of row 4. Now what you'll continue doing is repeating rows 3 and 4, and if you look at the pattern, it will tell you how many repeats of which color and in what sequence to do. So I'm going to work a few more repeats so that I can get to the end of this so I can show you how to work the border. So I'll see you in just a little bit. So I've done a couple repeats. I did a total of 6 rows in the purple, 2 in the main color, and I did 6 in the green. And this is so that you get a good idea of how the border is going to work on this and just how it looks when it all starts coming together. So to do the border, we're going to be using 2 strands together of the main color yarn. So that way it stays with the consistency of holding 2 strands together. I'm going to move my yarn over here. All right. And it's important to note that when you're doing the border, you're not going to be turning. You're just going to be working all the way around the top. Then we're going to rotate, work down the edge, and then go down the bottom edge, and then we'll finish up on the other edge. Now that we're ready to work on the edge, we're going to make 1 more double crochet where we just made those last 3. And this is going to start taking us right down this side. Then I work 1 double crochet in here where the post is, and then I'll work 1 in this hole that's next to it. It's a little bit of a gap, and you'll see that there's 1 strand of yarn that separates that. So that's where I'll work that next double crochet. And what you're doing on this edge is you're working a double crochet evenly down the side. So you've done that one where the next double crochet is. After you see that 1 strand of yarn, that's where you work your next one. And you just continue like that as you work down the blanket. So continue doing your double crochet down the edge, and I will meet you when we get down here when we're ready to start working down this other edge. So I've finished down this edge, and now we're ready to rotate. And you'll notice that I put a little stitch marker in here. And I did this stitch marker right where the point is, the first part of the point. You know how when we were doing the blanket, how you do your 3 double crochets at the top and then another 3 double crochets. So this is a big part of where you want to make sure that you end up with 3 double crochets. And then you can count back because you're going to do 1, 1, 1. So then you'll double crochet 3 together over those 3. So it just makes sure that your double crochets end where it needs to on the edge. So what you'll do is a double crochet 3 together over the next 3 stitches. So there's your double crochet 3 together. Then you're going to double crochet once over each of the next 3 stitches. So 1 double crochet in each of the next 3. And then once you know you've got it in the right spot, this will make the rest of this row really simple. So we're going to take this out. We're going to work 3 double crochets. So we're essentially just working the pattern again. 1, 2, 3, and then work 3 double crochets in the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 1 double crochet in each of the next 3. 1, 2, 3. Then you'll work your double crochet 3 together, and this is where your last one of those 3 should be, where it's right where this dips. That's where your last one of the 3 together will be. That's a good way to make sure of where you're at, making sure you're on track. All right, and then it's just like the pattern. Double crochet 3 together. One double crochet in each of the next 3. And making sure you're at the top of your point that you've got with this ripple, do 3 double crochets. So continue like that with the pattern, and I will meet you when we get towards the very end. When we get to this last point is where we'll meet up again. Okay, we're back up to the point. I'm doing my first of the 3 double crochets. And now the second of the 3 double crochets. Then we're going to do 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. Then we're going to work a double crochet 3 together, so that it's just like our starting edge. And it might feel a little bit funny, but bear with me here. And now rotate your blanket, and we're going to work a double crochet all the way down the edge, just like we did before. Now, the way I'm going to do this is create 1 more double crochet where that last double crochet in the double crochet 3 together was. It's because that will bring your stitch over without it pulling. And then do just like you did on the other side. We're coming up to the very end of your blanket. Right as you get towards the end, you'll see you got your very last chain 3 here. Go into that 3rd chain, do a slip stitch, and voila, your blanket is done. All you got to do is weave in the ends, give it a good block and a wash, and then gift that to your favorite baby. I do hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my YouTube. Go visit the website. I really would love to see what you make with this pattern. I love seeing all the different colors. Just please tag me at #HandmadeByStacyJ. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Happy crocheting. Bye-bye.